Storj or Storj. Storj has been on an absolute tear as of late. Suffering a price correction right now, but this is one that looks like it's got some gains in the next bull cycle from where it is. They announced a pretty significant partnership lately, and look, it certainly can rival some of the cloud, some of the centralized storage platforms knocking about at the moment. Pricing wise, it's brilliant. So we'll get into what I think this can do in this video in a second. Before I do though, guys, if you're new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed everyone that I was buying up all of these coins because I just expected them to absolutely ramp up in price from where they were at. And you can see what the prices were of all these coins when I recorded the videos. You can see the highs that all these coins hit. And that was less than a year and a half on. In fact, that was about 17 months on for most of these. So if you'd bought them when I released the video, so you put $100 into every single one when I released those videos, and then you sat on them for 18 months. Your profit when you sold them from that $2,600 investment in total would have been over 123 grand, which is pretty good, obviously. Now, I sold all of these since the market crashed. I'm buying up new cryptos very regularly. And when I do, I share them with the members of my site. My site is copymycrypto.com. So anytime I find a coin that I think can do the gains that I saw Phantom do, or even, Theta, Zilliqa, if I see a coin that I think can 40x, 50x, 100x, I get in on it. And what I'll do is I'll jump onto my site, I'll tell my members about the coin, the gains I think it can have, and the many reasons why, along with what percentage of my money I'm putting in, so they can see exactly what I'm doing. What this does is remove all work for members. It removes the tens of thousands of hours required to find the winners in this market and get in on them. So the members no longer have to do any work whatsoever. When I sell a coin, by the way, I also do the same thing. I'll let my members know, I'm selling this percentage of this coin, and I'll tell them I'm banking profits or whatever. So again, it removes all the work. It means people that know nothing about crypto can just copy along, make the profits without doing anything. And if you've never been onto copymycrypto.com, just pause this video and go do that now. You'll see what the members have earned since being there. You'll see the things I've said in the past, whether it was about why Phantom would be an amazing investment, why people needed to get out of a DeFi project that eventually crashed. All of it's public record, so you can verify everything you see on the site. Right, guys, Storj. So Storj. I know it's meant to be pronounced storage, but I like saying Storj. Storj is in a long-term uptrend. Now, it's worth noting that it's only had about half-ish of the first bull cycle that was in, but its all-time high reached $3.91, and that's a decent long-term uptrend. Now, Storj, pronounced as Storj, is an open source cloud storage platform. It's basically a network of decentralized nodes that host user data. The platform has advanced encryption, so it means that the security is off the charts. And basically, people with hard drive space on their computer can be a node. And then from that, as a space provider for your computer, you'll receive storage tokens as a reward. The founders of Storj, I should say it properly, Sean Wilkinson and John Quinn. Sean Wilkinson is a developer based in Atlanta, and John Quinn is the other co-founder who published the first white paper. And you know what? They've had a pretty damn good run of this. They got 910 Bitcoin in 2014 in a public crowd sale. So think about how much 910 Bitcoin's worth now. It's staggering. They then raised another 3 million in a seed funding round 3 years later, and then held a token sale that generated 30 million the same year. And you bear in mind its market cap right now is only about 100 million, so they've raised 168 million, so they've raised a hell of a lot in a very short space of time. And that's allowed them to really get the ball rolling on storage. Now, Now, they have announced a pretty significant integration. Storj announces new integration with Adobe Premiere Pro. So this brings new levels of efficiency and scalability to the global network of media professionals. This means anyone using Adobe Premiere Pro now have the ability to use Storj. And you know what, in terms of pricing, this is outstanding. You know, it's, as of right now, you've got global storage on the better cloud. That's how they define themselves. So you can store data on thousands of nodes worldwide instead of just a few vulnerable data centers. And that's the thing. We have seen, you know, whether it's the cloud or whatever, we've seen these things get hacked previously. And what's ended up happening is a lot of people's private information, whether they were private photos, you know, the celebs had a lot of their private photos released. You know, we've seen that happen. And here's one thing that is worth noting. Firstly, storage is in a long-term uptrend. I wholeheartedly believe this is going to hit at least $5 in the next bull cycle. I don't see why it wouldn't. That's a new high for it. It's about 20% higher than it was in the previous bull cycle, which makes sense. You know, it's roughly the trajectory that's been going on. But the bigger thing here for storage as well, and it's really worth noting because it affects everything that's decentralized storage, is if there was to be another hack in the next, well, it doesn't actually matter. If there was a hack of, you know, the cloud or whatever, in whether that's like Apple's cloud storage, whether it's Google's, whoever, right? If there was a massive hack tomorrow, every single decentralized storage crypto would rocket up in price, would absolutely spike like crazy. And if that happens in the next bull cycle, we are going to see we're going to see growth off the charts for these. So it is really important that people are paying attention to the news, not the general news in terms of just, you know, fear mongering and all the bollocks that happens in normal news, but in terms of, you know, pay attention, like set alerts. So, you know, you can set alerts on Google if you want, just Google alerts, cloud hack or whatever, right? Because if that happens, firstly, that'll be enormously reported in the mainstream media, but what will happen is every single storage-based crypto, decentralized storage-based crypto, whether that's Siacoin, whether that's Storj, are going to be tweeting out or Xing out. I don't know what the verb is anymore now that it's X. But they'll be pointing out, we're invulnerable. We've never had a hack. Because of the way we have encryptions, because of the decentralized nature of our storage, no one can touch us. And these coins would pump like crazy. And it's worth noting that because, honest to God, right, if we see a hack like that in the next year and a half, if we see a hack in the bull cycle, these hit $20. Like this hits $20, this might hit $100. These could go absolutely crazy. Maybe not $100, I'm being a bit hyperbolic, but if it's already sitting at $4 or $5 or even $3 or $4 or even $2 or $3, and then that was to happen, a lot, like I could see storage hitting double digits. Easy. You know, you got to remember as well, look at the pricing. Storage costs, you know, 0.4 cents per gigabyte. That's pro pricing. That's incredible. You ain't getting better than that. You're not getting better than that anywhere. If you compare to like Google, Amazon, or all of them, they are costing hundreds of dollars a month. This is insanely cheap. And if they advertise correctly, if they market this, I think a lot of people would be down for using this because there's not a ton of complexity here. There's not a huge barrier to entry. It's not like learning about, I'm not talking about investing in crypto. I'm talking about like You just need to understand how the tech works. It's very, very simple. You can literally, like a tech layman can use storage with real ease. This is one where if they market this well, this can blow Amazon and all of them out the water. They just have to market well. But if they don't market well, if there's no hack on any centralized storage facility, this still hits $5 for me. But if they do the effective marketing combined with, say, there's a centralized server hack, this could be wild. But even conservatively, I'm still looking at this going, this should be $5 or so. This is an absolute beast. It's such a clever project. It's such a useful project. And as software develops over time, as games develop over time, as everything develops over time, you need wider storage capabilities. If you're a professional that's just doing rendering, as an example, you need huge amounts of storage. So all of this feeds in very, very well to what storage are doing long term. Yes, this should hit $5. It really, really should. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think this should hit? What do you think it would hit if Google got hacked? If Google's cloud got hacked? That's a really interesting question. What could it hit? Because I could see every storage coin going up 200% in the space of 24 to 36 hours if that was to happen. So let me know what you guys think. If peak, what would it hit if something like that happened? And yeah, subscribe to the channel. You get perspectives here that you're not going to get in other places, guys. And look, if you just want to take the work out of your crypto investing, if you want to make the same profits I do, but do no work, that is what copymycrypto.com is. I share with the members every single thing I'm doing. When I find a coin that I think can do 100x or even a 40 or a 50x, but I get in on it, I'm going to tell the members about it. I'm going to tell them what percentage of my money I'm putting in. They can copy along. This removes tens of thousands of hours worth of work for people that want to make money in crypto but don't have time, don't want to learn a bunch of new stuff, or can't learn a bunch of new stuff, simply don't have the time or the energy to do so. I do all the work. Everything in terms of work is removed for the members. And if you've just never been onto the site, just go onto the site now, copymycrypto.com. There's a link in the description. See what the site's all about, see what the members have made, see the things I've said in the past. It's all public record. You can literally verify it all yourselves. And if you like what you see, guys, maybe I'll see you there. And that's it from me. Have a good day, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.